social media ruined dating for a lot of men. See, I come from this era, the era where you had to be outside, the era where you had to approach women and face rejection, and you had to work on yourself and tweak things in real time, or you just wasn't gonna have no women. It was that simple. I come before a time where you could send all these DMs and all these dating apps. You had to be outside. You had to approach women in real time. And if you weren't successful, you were just alone by yourself. There was no online space of men making you feel better and stroking your ego and pumping you up. And yeah, that's right, man. The problem is these women ain't no good. It wasn't none of that. It was either you're going to go out here, you're going to figure out how to be successful, or you're not. For lack of a better terms, in my era, you had to learn how to hunt. In my era, men, there was a such thing as the thrill of the chase. That's gone now. And a lot of guys are struggling with that in this social media area. They don't know how to approach or attract a woman. But before all this social media stuff, it's real simple. If you weren't getting women, either you had to work on your charisma, you had to work on your self-esteem, you had to work on your approach, you had to get in better shape, you had to dress better, you had to work on your hygiene. You had to figure something out. That it was that simple, it was cut and dry. You have to make tweaks and adjustments to your presentation and to your over how, your front facing self. You had to work on that. Because if not, it was just going to be you by yourself. Back in those days, as a man, you had to find your lane. Am I going to be funny? Am I going to be the guy with the money? Am I going to be the guy that always smells good and dresses nice? Am I going to be the smart guy? Am I going to be the athletic guy? I got to figure out a lane. It was that simple. It was either that or you was going to be by yourself. And I mean by yourself completely. Because once again, there was no online space of men that you could sit around with and go, yeah, man, these women, man, they ain't no good. And these women, no. If you couldn't pick up nothing, then hey, your friends will say, hey, man, I'll holler at you later. I'm going to kick it with these women. You was just by yourself. Social media has set up an environment where men are checking out and retiring from the game before they even played. Like they're checking out of approaching women and attracting women and dealing with women before they even really have any real experience. Because once again, now you can just sit online and talk about how bad women are with other men. And so there's a lot of guys quit the game before they even got in the game. Or they got in the game, they played like the first quarter. The first quarter didn't go well. They just quit. Didn't even finish the whole game. You couldn't do that in our era because once again, it would just be you in the room alone by yourself with nobody to talk to in real life or the internet. You was just gonna be, yeah. So you had to figure it out. Social media has really hurt a lot of men when it comes to dealing with women.